presentation. It is a health and well-being, role of diet and physical activity. Diet and physical activities are the fundamental pillars, as you all are aware, and that will going to indicate our lifestyle. And this lifestyle has a profound influence on physical, mental, and emotional well-being of an individual. And these diet and the physical activity play a pivotal role in preventing the chronic diseases, maintaining the optimal body function, enhancing the overall quality of life. When we say balanced diet, which provides the essential nutrients that supports bodily process, that including the energy production, cellular repair, immune function. Meanwhile, even the regular physical activity contributes, especially dealing with the health issues like cardiovascular health, and also it strengthens the muscles in the bone and promotes mental clarity and emotional resilience. When you look into the synergy between this proper nutrition and the consistent exercises in particular, it has provided the evidence that their ability to regulate the body weight, reduce the risk of NCD, and also it fosters the longevity in the human beings. In modern society, where sedentary lifestyle and processed foods are increasingly prevalent, and the significance of these factors has grown. Understanding the interplay between the diet and the physical activity can empower the individual to make informed choices and paving the way for sustainable health and well-being across all life stage. So just to give a concept with regard to the health, I've given the definition here. See, as you all are aware, WHO has given the, am I audible? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So, as we aware, health is nothing but a state of complete physical, mental, social, spiritual, all well-beings. And it is not just merely the absence of diseases or infirmity. So this is a definition given by the WHO. And this definition highlights the holistic perspective with regard to the health, where they have included the various dimensions like physical, social, economical, spiritual, environmental, and mental health. So we'll see what is this physical health indicates. So when we say physical health, that is nothing but the normal functioning of our body and our system. So especially the individual's growth or maintenance of fitness or balanced nutrition or regular exercises or the absence of acute or chronic illnesses. See, common ailments will be there, but the severe or chronic acute illnesses will not be there if we're going to say physically healthy. So physical health of the children in India is foundational to the country's progress, while the significant strides have been made and addressing the persistent challenges, especially like malnutrition, anemia, healthcare disparities, are critical. So collaborative efforts involving the government policy, community participation, and advancements in healthcare infrastructure are essential to ensure a healthier future for Indian children. The next slide completely gives the concept with regard to the social health. When we say social health, it is nothing but how we are being connected or belonging to other people. So individuals' ability to build or sustain the relationship, how they're going to deal with the social conflict when it arises, or how they're going to participate in a positive social network. See, even the way we going to develop a rapport with the various colleagues or friends, and how we understand the boundaries, especially whatever is there between the relationship, all this. So from the social health perspective, India faces numerous such challenges which are stemming from its diverse population. Then rapid economic changes, cultural complexities, systemic inequalities. And these challenges affect the individual as well as of the community, and it is influencing overall societal well-being and the development. Then coming to the mental health, when we say mental health, it encompasses different domains like emotional, psychological, and social well-being. And all these will going to have an influence on how individual will going to think or feel or act. So this mental health is nothing but an ability of an individual to manage the stress, maintain a positive relationship, and make a decision effectively. So, this mental health is a critical aspect of overall well being, yet, it remains highly stigmatized and neglected issue in India. With a large population facing the diverse challenge, mental health problems are widespread and multifaceted. Then, coming to the other domains, like WHO has added these domains too for the definition of health, that is environmental, like whether we are living in a safe, clean, and sustainable surrounding or not. And it also includes the access of these water, shelter, then air. Then coming to the spiritual health, this spiritual health, it is a sense of purpose and the meaning in the life we have to found. That is the inner voice, what we call it as. So often it involves your values or refers to your belief or refers to your practices that provide the inner peace and connections. So even economic health has come up, like where they are trying to see whether the ability, whatever the ability human beings are having, to meet the basic needs or live without undue financial stress, because financial stress again going to influences on the health. Then coming to understanding the concept of what is well-being. So if we say well-being, it refers to the overall state of an individual's physical, mental, emotional, and social health and satisfaction with life. So this well-being encompasses more than just the absence of illnesses or of diseases. It reflects how individual perceives their lives, their ability to function in society. Their capacity to pursue and achieve their personal goals is very, very important. So that's why we say that this well-being is strongly linked with our happiness and life satisfaction. Then coming to the dimensions of well-being, physical well-being, mental well-being, social well-being, economic well-being, and environmental well-being. These are all the different domains. So when we say physical well-being, maintaining the healthy body through proper nutrition, regular exercises, having adequate sleep, and access to the healthcare. Then coming to the mental well-being, where that indicates our emotional health, stress management, coping with the challenges, and maintaining the positive relationship. Then with regard to the social well-being, that indicates the quality of relationship with the family, friends, then the broad community, including the sense of belongingness or support to our community. Then economical well-being, where it indicates the financial stability, job satisfaction, the ability to meet the basic needs without undue stress. Environmental well-being, that is living in a clean, safe, and sustainable environment that supports our health and happiness. So when we look into the relationship between the health and the well-being, they say that health is a component of well-being, because well-being is a broader term. So good physical and mental health form a foundation for our well-being, but well-being includes the other dimensions, emotional satisfaction, social connectedness, everything. That's why they say that poor health can negatively affect the well-being, while the low well-being can even harm or influences affects the health. So the broader focus of well-being, that is where they try to focuses on body and mind, and they also try to address the person's overall quality of life, where they include the sense of purpose, relationship, and environment. Health is a critical building block of well-being, but well-being extends beyond health to encompass all aspects of life that contribute to the happiness, fulfillment, and purpose. But both are very, very essential for balanced and satisfying life. So these are all the some of the domains which comes under the health and well-being for all the individual. So this table clearly indicated the close related concepts between the health and well-being, and even they try to highlight the distinct meaning and the implication of these two terminologies. When we say health, that completely indicates your physical, mental, and social health. But when we say well-being, holistic sense of life satisfaction, happiness, purpose, that includes, but it is limited to health. Coming to the scope, primarily this health focuses on all the different domains, whereas well-being encompasses a broader range of factors, including the emotional, social, financial, and environmental aspect. So when coming to the objective and the subjective, see, health measures the objective things, whereas well-being is more of largely a subjective in nature. So determinants, again, this health more focuses on genetic, healthcare access, lifestyle, and environment, whereas your well-being includes or considered the life's circumstances, relationship, personal goal, cultural, as well as of societal norms. So mainly this emphasizes preventing and treating the illness and maintaining the body and the mind functionally. But whereas here well-being means it focuses on achieving the balance, fulfillment, and even overall life satisfaction. So these indicators are easily measurable in the health condition, whereas it is based on the self-reports on various happiness, stress, life satisfaction, quality of life survey can help us in understanding the well-being of an individual. So this health is often considered momentary because it is only indicates the current health status. But this is more enduring in nature, which reflects the overall life outlook and the experience. So these are the main concepts and the distinct features with regard to health and well-being. Then the question arises why we have to know about health. So what is the importance or significance of this health? So foundation of well-being, where always the good health enables the individual to live fulfilling their lives and also helps them to achieve their personal goals. When come to the economical productivity, if the population are healthy, then they can able to effectively contribute for the workforce or driving societal and economical force progress. Whereas reduced healthcare costs can also be associated with, see, if it is health measures, preventive health measures reduces the burden. Then even the resilience, health improves the ability to adapt to the life challenges and recover from setbacks. So enhanced quality of life is also possible. That's why we have to take care of our physical, mental health so that overall happiness and life satisfaction can be enhanced too. So why is this well-being is important? Because it's going to improve the quality of life. See, where the people will feel well and they tend to experience more of happiness, satisfaction, and fulfillment. And even you can notice the better health outcomes. Mainly, it lowers the rate of chronic illnesses, increases their immunity, and also increased longevity can be noticed. It enhances the productivity. maybe well-being supports to the focus, creative resilience, and it improves the performance at school or at work. So positive relationship where the people with a higher well-being often enjoy more meaningful and supportive social connections. So even the societal impact, especially where they are trying to foster a healthier, more engaged, and more compassionate community. There comes when we're going to assess all these things, certain indicators are going to be considered as very important. So, indicator, when we say it is nothing but a variable which gives us an indication of a given situation or reflection of the situation. So, when we say health indicator, it is a variable susceptible to direct measure, and also it reflects the state of health of a person in a community. So this indicator helps to measure the extent to which these objectives or a target of the programs are being attained. So health cannot be measured in an exact measurable forms. Hence, measurements have been framed in terms of illnesses, in terms of consequences of illnesses, or economic occupation or domestic factors that has an influence on health status or ill health. Health status indicators measures the different aspects of the health of the population, where you can look into the life expectancy or the indicators like infant mortality, disability, chronic diseases rates, all these things. Health determinant indicator also measures the thing that influences on the health. For example, diet, smoking, water quality, income, as well as the healthcare services. So this is the diagram which shows that like how the health process is going to be taken place. One is the determinant perspective, the other one is the outcome perspective. See, again, the health drivers varies in these two, where health determinants will give more of information from the indicators, whereas health status, again, it depends more on the what type of attainment. Okay, so these are all some of the examples for these two. So how we can use the indicators of health? Maybe indicators help us in measuring the health of the community. Even it describes the health status of the community. It helps us in comparing the health of different communities. Then identification of health needs and prioritizing them. Then evaluation of health services. Then planning and allocation of health resources. Measurement of health success. So indicators have been classified into various ways like mortality, morbidity, disability, nutritional indicator, healthcare delivery indicators, utilization, so on. So next is of diet. What do you mean by diet? When we say diet, it is nothing but a food or a drink, whatever usually we consumed. Okay, that is what we call it as diet. So usually we will always or commonly say that there are two types of diet, veg and non-veg. So recently even the vegan diet has been identified. When we say vegan, completely excluding of animal products is going to be noticed. Even meat, egg, dairy products, all those things are going to be excluded. So diet refers to the types and the amount of food and the beverages that a person consumes in a regular basis. And this encompasses both the habitual food choices as well as the specialized eating plans that is designed for specific reasons, maybe due to health or cultural or of personal reasons. So some of the key aspects of a diet where we have to focus on nutritional composition, cultural and social factor, the purpose, the quality, balanced and unbalanced. See, when we say nutritional composition, as you all aware, like the food groups are considered or classified as a macronutrient and micronutrient. When we say macronutrient, carbohydrate, protein, fats, all those comes under the larger quantities. So that is a macronutrients. Vitamin, minerals, which are all required for the body in a smaller amount, that is a micronutrient. But both this micro and macro will provide energy and helps for the body for functioning. So various dietary habits are also often influenced by the cultural tradition and religious practices and our social norms. So diet can be adapted for the different reasons, maybe for health reasons or of weight management, or maybe for athletic performance or of ethical considerations. Then even for medical conditions they can take. So diet can be balanced or unbalanced. When we say balanced, all the essential nutrients must be met in a proper amount. Whereas unbalanced, lack or exceed certain nutrients, which potentially leading to health issues. See why the diet is important? Again, as you all aware, it is health maintenance, which supports immune function, healthy weight, maintaining the body weight, then even disease prevention. Then coming to the energy level also, like energy, when we say it is the fuel which is necessary for our daily activities or of mental focus. That also need to be catered. Then growth and development were essential for physical and cognitive development of an individual, especially in children. Then disease management, where it helps us to manage the chronic condition, like example, diabetes, heart diseases, and hypertension. So there are different types of diets. They have classified or grouped, like everyday diet or specialized diet. So when we say everyday diet, it is a regular eating pattern. So again, there you can, depending upon the ecology, Mediterranean, traditional diet, all that things are there. When we say specialized, maybe there is some purpose for which we are depending on that type of diet. Maybe weight loss diet. So keto diet, intermittent fasting, low carb, all these are all called as weight loss diets. Then whenever the person is suffering from hypertensions or of celiac diseases, in such condition, it is a medical diets are going to be given. Then even environmental diets, vegan, vegetarian or flexitarians. Then performance diet, say especially in the sports athlete field, they use this performance diet, high protein diets. Then therapeutic, especially to manage specific health conditions. Then it is necessary to look into what do you mean by balanced diet. As I already mentioned, the balanced diet, that is the right type and right amount of food or a drink that going to supply the nutrition and energy for our body to maintain the cells, tissues, organs, and also for supporting the growth and development. See, always when we say balanced diet, see whatever the calories we have consumed and whatever the calorie we have burnt. So there must be balance. Say anything which imbalances, again, it is going to affect us. So balanced diet is a wholesome and nutritionally adequate diet. And there are 4 key essential nutrients which make up the balanced diet. Fruits and vegetables, proteins, fiber-rich carbs, and good fats. So balanced diet can be achieved by eating the diverse food, since there is no single food that's going to cater to all the essential nutrients. So then comes, what are all the food groups? See, whatever the foods we are getting in the market or from the provisional stores. So they have been categorized into 10 groups. So that going to help the people to make the choices from different food groups. So adequate quantities of foods from at least 5 to 7 food groups should be consumed daily, and other foods that can be consumed at least 2 or 3 times a week. So this method of ensuring the diversity and variety within the group will meet adequacy of most nutrients such as essential amino acids, essential fatty acids, vitamin, minerals, phytonutrient, fiber, and bioactive substances. Even the spices, something like turmeric, cumin, ginger, garlic, cinnamon, pepper, cloves are all rich in antioxidants that could be part of our balanced diet. So these are all the food groups, 10 food groups. And what are all the foods comes under that is shown in this table. Then the ICMR National Institute of Nutrition has developed My Plate for the Day concept, and they provided a simple guidance for the Indian people to achieve a balanced diet by sourcing energy from the different food groups. So the quantities of food needed to meet the nutrient requirement again varies according to the age, gender, and physiological status and physical status activity. So according to the ICMR NIN, hello, am I audible? Any disturbance is there?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. You're audible, ma'am.
Audible, madam.
Okay.
Audible only, ma'am.
So the balanced diet should be provided not more than 45 kilocalories from the cereals and millets. So when we say cereals, where diversified staple with the millets you can notice, and up to 15% of the calorie must be met from the pulses, beans, and the meat. So rest of the calorie should be ideally come from the nuts, vegetables, fruits, and milk. So in other words, simply you can say that 50 to 55 total calories must be met from the carbohydrates, 10 to 15% from the protein, and 20 to 30 from the dietary fat. So what are the importance of balanced diet during the different stages of life? See, when we look into the infants and young children, 6 months to 2 years, so main nutrient requirement must meet depending on the growth and development, cognition, and as you all aware, exclusive breastfeeding, breast milk should be fed in the first 6 months. Then nutrient-rich complementary feeding should be started. So growth and development is the main thing which need to be met during the infancy and babyhood period. Then coming to 2 to 6 years, again, the growth, development, and cognitions are the major thing. Then adolescence, again, where you can notice the growth spurt, maturation, and bone development will be rapid. Then during the adults, especially of reproductive age, maintaining the health, then attending to their work, then preventing the diet-related diseases. So elder, where you have seen, they also have to have very active and healthy enough. So still they also have to meet the wear and tear demands. So this is a food pyramid for the balanced diet. And here this ICMR NIN has given the example, like if the person needs 2000 kilocalories and how the kilocalories can be distributed under the different pyramids level. Say vegetables and the fruits where they are expecting 400 gram and 100 grams of fruits. Then whereas for the cereal and nutri-cereals, 250 grams. Then milk and curds, somewhere around 300 ml of milk or curds. Pulses and legumes, 85 grams. And 30 grams of pulses can be substituted if they are a vegetarian diet, non-vegetarian diets. The nuts and oil seeds, fats and oil seeds, 35 and 27% respectively should be met. Then the question comes, what are all the essential nutrients? What are we are regularly need to be consumed in larger quantity or of the smaller quantity? See, on the whole, the 6 nutrients have been identified as essential: carbohydrate, protein, and fats. And these nutrients we need in a larger quantity. And these nutrients provides the building blocks for the cells in our body, and also it provides us the energy, and it helps with the function and repair of all our body system. Whereas vitamins and the minerals, which we call it as micronutrient because we need in a small quantity, and vitamin and minerals are micronutrients, and these are all needed for the chemical reactions that happens in our body every second. So as you're aware, our body makes up 60 to 70% of our body, and this water is involved in many of the chemical reactions, and it keeps our cells functioning and keep us alive and well. So these are all the healthy food which look like. When we say carbohydrate, mainly it carry out the functions of providing the energy for our daily activities and also for the brain development. When we say protein, like mainly the amino acids, which builds and repairs the tissue, supports the immune health, and create the enzymes and hormones. With regard to the fats, like it offers the concentrated sources of energy, but it also helps to absorb the fat soluble vitamins, especially A, D, E, and K. And this also supports for brain and cell health. Then, with regard to the vitamins, say there are 13 essential vitamins: A, C, D, E, K, and B vitamins: thiamine, riboflavin, niacin, pantothen, acid, biotin, B6, B12, and folate. So the main essential vitamins are required for various bodily functioning, like including our vision, bone health, immunity, and energy metabolism. Then minerals like calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, sodium, potassium, chloride, sulfur, all these are required to maintain the bone health, even helps for transport of oxygen, especially the iron, and regulate the hydration, like keeps the balance of sodium, potassium in our body, then support the metabolism, especially zinc and magnesium. Then water, as I already mentioned, we have to maintain the hydration. We have to keep on consuming the water. That helps you to regulate the body temperature and aids the digestion as well as a remove of toxins. So this is the suggested food groups for the balanced diet to meet a daily nutrient requirement for a people with a specific body weight. ICMR has suggested, NIN has suggested this, and according to that, we are supposed to meet our nutrient requirement. So if we look into the health status of India, as you all are aware, India is with its vast and diverse population, face a unique set of health challenges, even a lot of socioeconomic disparity, urbanization, changing lifestyle, all these has posed the challenges to India. So there have been a significant improvement in a health outcome over the decade, but still we require attention to ensure overall well-being of the population. So one by one, if we're going to look into the certain indicators, the life expectancy, definitely it has steadily improved. It is raising from 49 years of 1970. Now it is, according to 2023, 70 years of life expectancy in an average we can notice. This reflects the advancement in healthcare, nutrition, and sanitation, though regional disparities persist. Then with regard to this infant mortality rate, it reduced significantly if you look into the statistics comparing of 1971 with of 2023. So earlier it was 129 death per 1,000 live birth was noticed. Now it has come down to 27, owing to the improved maternal and child health care services. And maternal mortality rate, again, it has been declined. So earlier it was high. Now it is 97 death per 1 lakh live births. But the challenges are still remaining, and particularly these challenges are more prevalent in rural areas. Then coming to the non-communicable diseases, especially what we call it as lifestyle diseases, diabetes, hypertension, cardiovascular diseases, all these now account for more than 60% of the death in India. Again, this is attributed because of our sedentary habits, unhealthy diets, and the stress. Then coming to mental health issues. Depression, anxiety, and other mental health conditions are on the rise. with a limited access to mental health services, especially in a rural and semi-urban areas. Then if you look into the undernutrition prevalence rate, again it is high rates of child stunting and wasting is noticed according to NFHS data 5. Then obesity and related conditions are again is increasing, especially in an urban area. So this clearly indicates a growing double burden of malnutrition. See, one side we have a undernutrition, the other side we also have a overnutrition. Then coming to the tuberculosis, which accounts for 27% of the global TB burden, with over 2.5 million cases annually, we can see that severity of the TB. So again, the multi-drug resistant TB is also a growing concern. Then coming to HIV and AIDS, India is accountable for 2.3 million of people still living with HIV. Though new infections have declined, the vulnerable population, like especially the sex worker or the person addicted to the drugs, are still remain at higher risk level. Then if you look into the diarrheal diseases, especially this is a leading cause for morbidity and mortality among the children under 5 years of age. And most often, these diarrheal diseases are linked to poor sanitation and contaminated water. If you look into the cancer statistics in India, the incidences, that is over 1.5 million new cancer cases are reported annually in India, and actual number is likely higher due to underreporting. So, and approximately 3.9 million of individuals live with cancer. Then coming to the mortality, 850,000 of cancer-related death occurs annually, often due to late diagnosis or limited treatment access. Then, according to the research, again, the processed foods have a significant negative impact, especially on the physical and mental well-being of individuals. Lack of essential nutrients, impact on the brain function, sugar and the mood swings, unhealthy fat. These are all the research-based things which clearly indicated that processed foods often low in essential nutrient, especially vitamins and minerals, fiber. So the diet high in the processed foods are leading to the deficiency, especially which affects the brain health. And even omega-3 fatty acid, B vitamin, and antioxidants are very less in amount. Then nutritional deficiency can impair the cognitive functions, and also emotional regulation is difficult for them. So again, this is increase the risk of anxiety and depression in the people. So processed foods, which are frequently high in added sugars, can also led to the rapid spikes, crashes in blood sugar level. So fluctuation can contribute for mood swings, irritability, and fatigue. Then unhealthy fats, commonly which are found in a processed food, are mainly linked with the inflammation in the body. So again, this inflammation has been associated with a higher risk of developing the mental health disorder. Then microbiome health, where the gut microbiome plays a very crucial role, especially in mental health through the gut-brain axis, where the processed food can negatively affect the gut health by promoting the growth of harmful bacteria. So that in turn reducing the good bacterial effect. Then impact on the mood also is proved in the research. That is, imbalanced gut microbiome has been linked with increased anxiety and depressive symptoms. Health gut bacteria produces the neurotransmitter like serotonin, which is very, very vital in the mood regulation. Then even many research studies have clearly shown the correlation with the depression and anxiety, where diet high in processed foods are associated with the risk of developing the mental health disorder, such as depression and anxiety, and consumption of unhealthy diets can exacerbate existing mental health issues. So chronic consumption of this processed food may lead to the long-term mental health challenges, including cognitive decline as well as emotional instability. even if you look into the nutritional role during the adulthood, as individual transition into adulthood, it is necessary for them to maintain the mental health because it becomes increasingly important because of their work pressure or family responsibility or facing the various stressors. So, chronic stress in adulthood can often lead to the poor eating habits, creating vicious cycle that worsen the mental health. So, diet high in refined sugar, processed food can also increase the risk of developing conditions like anxiety, depression, and also leads to burnout. So again, binge eating disorder has been recognized as a current issue, and especially adolescents. That is a time where they are eating disorders. Like three types of eating disorders are there: anorexia nervosa, bulimia nervosa, binge eating disorders, which are commonly emerges during that period. So these disorders have a profound impact on mental health and also leading to the issues like where the adolescents suffer from low self esteem, anxiety, depression, and social withdrawal. So, even poor body image, societal pressure to conform to the idealized body type, emotional regulation difficulties are the key factor that contribute for development of eating disorder during the adolescence. So, India is facing various challenges with related to the well-being. So significant divide in the income, education, access to the resources affects the overall well-being because of economic inequality. Healthcare disparities, where quality and availability of healthcare remain inconsistent across the region. In some region, yes, they could able to afford it, but whereas in remote, rural or tribal areas, healthcare disparities are evident. Then gender inequality, where the women face challenges with regard to health, education, employment, even the safety issue. All these are all affecting their overall well-being. Then looking at the climate change, raising temperature, global warming, environmental degradation, again has threatened the livelihood and the health of the individual. So education gap, the literacy rates have improved, but the quality education remain inaccessible to many people in India. So the role of diet in addressing the various health issues. Nutrient supply, definitely it provides essential nutrients like carbohydrate, protein, fat, vitamin, minerals, so that the bodily functions, growth, and repair can be addressed. So support the vital process even like energy production, cell regeneration, and immune defense can also be attained. Then with regard to the disease prevention, a balanced diet reduces the risk of chronic diseases like heart diseases, diabetes, obesity, and cancer. Diet high in fiber, antioxidants, and healthy fat protect against the inflammation and oxidative stress. Everywhere you can notice the weight management has become a big issue. So proper calorie intake and nutrient balance can help to maintain a healthy weight. Even it reduces the risk associated with obesity and undernutrition. Then coming to the mental health, nutrient rich foods, especially the food which are rich in omega-3 fatty acid, folates, magnesium, supports for the brain health, improving the mood, and also it reduces the risk of depression and anxiety. Stable blood sugar level from balanced diet enhances the focus, mainly with regard to the cognitive function. Then gut health, like especially a diet rich in fiber or probiotics, promote a healthy gut microbiome and with essential for digestion, immunity, and even for mental health. Then coming to the bone and muscles health, adequate calcium, vitamin D, protein intake are very, very critical for a strong bones and muscles function, especially among elderly population. Then some of the role of diet with regard to the well-being. So wherever the proper nutrition provides the energy, then that it's easy for them to perform a daily activities and they can enjoy the life. A poor diet can lead to the fatigue, lethargy, and decreased productivity. Then certain foods like those high in tryptophan can enhance the serotonin production and also promoting the happiness and relaxation. Then mindful eating fosters a positive relationship with the food and reducing the guilt and stress associated with unhealthy habits. See, recently this mindful eating, mindful meditation, mindfulness yoga. See, mindfulness practices are the upcoming issues, and they are trying to look at all these things from the positive perspective. Social connections, where the meals are shared with the family or friends, definitely enhances the social bond as well as of emotional support. So food often play a central role in a cultural and celebratory events where it contributing to the sense of belonging. Then longevity and the quality of life, again, it depends upon the diet, especially healthy eating habits, which control to the longer life expectancy and better quality of life. All these allows the individuals to remain active as well as independent even during elderly age. Then resilience to stress, again, that is also upcoming current issue where the diet rich in the nutrients like B vitamins, magnesium, improves the bodily ability to handle the stress, and it is easy for them to maintain the hormonal balances. So some of the tips for health and well-being focused diet: always eat a balanced diet. Like, try to include a variety of food groups to meet all your nutritional needs. Focus on whole food, like opt for minimally processed food. So unprocessed foods are better, okay, because that is having a rich nutrients. Stay hydrated. So drink adequate water so that it supports your bodily function. Limit unhealthy foods like added sugar, trans fats, high sodium foods can be reduced. Then practice mindful eating. Pay attention to your eating habits. Looking at your hunger cues, try to eat and enjoy your meals. Because enjoying your meals, what we are not doing it. Okay, always we don't in a hurry burry we just eat something and we go off. So personalize your diet. So you become a tailor for your own diet, and according to your age, activity level, health condition, and preferences, you can come out with the healthy diet. Then the last component, it is of physical activity. When we say physical activity, any movement of a body that requires the energy expenditure and that helps to perform our skeletal muscles related activities. So this physical activity encompasses wide range of activities, that is starting from your everyday activities, recreational things. So all these structured exercises and sports. So physical activity is essential for maintaining the overall health and well-being. So this is going to support your physical fitness, enhances your emotional and mental health. And also it improves the quality of life at all stages of life. Integrating the regular movement into daily routine can have a profound and long-lasting benefits. Say, as far as possible, try to have a moderate intensity, brisk walking, gardening, light cycling, water aerobics, all these are very, very important. Vigorous intensity, where running, fast cycling, swimming, aerobic dancing, especially when you want to manage your weight, you can go for it. So some of the benefits of physical activity, like physical activity improves your cardiovascular health conditions and reduces the risk of heart diseases, stroke, hypertension. Even it helps to maintain a healthy weight and reduces the risk of obesity. It even strengthens the bones and muscles, and it reduces the risk of osteoporosis and sarcopenia. Then it boosts up the immunity and reduces the risk of chronic diseases like especially diabetes and cancers. Mental health, because of this physical activity, It reduces the stress, anxiety, symptoms of depression, and also it enhances the mood by releasing uh, endorphins, that is feel good hormone, which is responsible for, and it in turn also improves this sleep quality and cognitive function. Then coming to the social benefits, it encourages social interaction through the group activities and sports, and it also helps to build a sense of community and teamwork. Even regular physical activity is associated with increased life expectancy and better quality of life, especially during the old age. So, physical activities and health are deeply interconnected things, as regular physical activities is a cornerstone for maintaining and improving the physical, mental, emotional well being. So, it plays a significant role in preventing a chronic diseases, enhancing the quality of life, and promoting the longevity. See how the physical activity supports health. See, mental and emotional health related physical activity reduces the stress, improves the mood, and enhance the cognitive functioning and better sleeps. So, social and emotional well-being is also possible to be achieved through this physical activity because it encourages the social interactions through the group activities and builds the confidences and enhances our self-esteem by achieving the fitness goals. Then okay, so it improves the social well-being where the group activities, team sports encourages the interaction, communication, and teamwork, and it also provides the opportunities to build the friendship and community ties. Even it reduces the loneliness because physical activity will be done in a social setting. That in turn fosters the sense of belongingness. Then it also improves the overall quality of life, that increases the energy level. Regular movement especially helps to combat the fatigue and enhance the vitality. And mindfulness, again, activities like yoga, tai chi, walking, all these can promote the mindfulness of presence that in turn increases your quality of life. And also, it provides a sense of purpose, setting and achieving the fitness goals, which fosters a sense of accomplishment and shows the directions. So, regular physical activity reduces the risk of several chronic diseases, mainly cardiovascular diseases, by lowering our blood pressure and also strengthen our heart. Then, type 2 diabetes, where it enhances the insulin sensitivity and it controls the blood sugar level. Then even certain cancers, the risk especially of colon cancer, breast and lung cancers can be reduced. Osteoporosis, weight bearing exercises improves the bone density. Then mental health disorder, where it elevates the symptoms of depression, anxiety, and distress. So the science behind physical activity and well-being, like it enhances the hormonal benefits, so that in turn boosts the production of various hormones, that is serotonin or a dopamine, which are all required for happiness or to reduce the depression. Then with regard to the stress management, this reduces the adrenaline cortisol level and it is cleaning the body and the mind. Then mind and body connections, especially activities like Pilates or yoga, strengthen the link between physical health and mental peace. According to the research, the physical activity recommended for adults, like at least 150 to 300 minutes, somewhere around it is 2.5 to 3 hours. Moderate intensity of aerobic activity is required, or 75 more than 1 hour. You can notice that 2.5 hours vigorous intensity aerobic activity per week. So muscle strengthening the activities at least 2 days per week is advisable. Then at least 60 minutes of moderate to vigorous intensity physical activity daily is advisable for children and adolescents. Like that includes aerobic, muscle strengthening, and bone strengthening exercises. Whereas for the older adults, the balance and flexibility exercises helps them in preventing the fall risk, then along with the regular aerobic and strength training. So physical activities like especially yoga, walking, dancing, swimming, and group sports are all advised. So some of the practical tips to integrate the physical activity for well-being: find the joyful activities. So try to choose the exercises whatever you enjoy or which you can stay motivated in attending to that task. Even make it a social event. So try to have your activities along with your friends or family, and always try to have a regular activity, not 1 day or 2 days, then again irregular. You are not supposed to be. So be consistent with that. Set a realistic goal. So that will help you to build a confidence. Then embrace the variety. So where different types of activities can help you uh, keep things exciting and engaging with the different aspects of well-being. So in conclusion, I would like to say that diet plays a central role in shaping both health and well-being. A nutritious and balanced diet supports for physical health, enhances mental and emotional well-being, and it also contributes to fulfilling and vibrant life. So making conscious food choices is a simple but yet powerful way to promote our overall wellness. Physical activity is a powerful tool for enhancing the well-being. It not only strengthens the body but also nurtures the mind and the soul. So fostering a happier, healthier, more connected life. So incorporating the regular movement into daily routine can significantly improve overall life satisfaction and the quality. Then coming to the physical activity and the diet are intricately linked, as regular movement promotes not only the physical health but also mental, emotional, social well-being. Engaging in healthy diet and physical activity improves the quality of life, enhances the happiness, fosters a sense of balance and fulfillment.